Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Healing Honey if it's your first time here. So today I want to share with you guys about how to get through any type of storm if you're in the midst of one, okay? And so I don't mean literally, okay? Because I know we're moving into the colder months of the year. Emotionally, spiritually, how do we get through a storm? Like, what's the purpose of it? And if you're going through it in your life right now, just know that we've all been there, myself included. I just hope that this video can encourage you and inspire you, just sending healing energy your way, loving energy your way. I just wanted to let you know that the first thing that I would encourage you to do if you're going through a rough time in your life, I just remember, is having compassion for ourselves. You know, like, you want to be able to have some patience and take it easy. For me, what this looks like is giving myself a break and taking a rest from the world. You can't really show up in the world, you don't have to, if you're not doing okay inside. So you are your first priority, and that's what I love talking about, self-love and things like this, healing ourselves on this channel, because the world will push you and take from you and expect from you, but our first obligation is to ourselves. So I encourage you to rest. I encourage you to take it easy. Take a nap. Unplug from the world. Turn off your phone. Turn off the Wi-Fi, the electronics, you know? Rest, or go into nature. Put a blanket down on the park, lay, touch the grass, ground yourself. Let the sun heal you. Pray, journal, speak out the feelings that you're feeling. Like, these are the things that help me, but mostly just taking a break, because when you are going through it, it seems like in that moment nothing's gonna make you feel better. Feeling sadness or grief, anxiety, overthinking, being overwhelmed, this can happen to anyone, and so it's okay. The cool thing about being on Earth is that we can experience contrast here, you know, and there's light and there's dark, there's day and there's night, you know, there's happy, there's sad, there's the polarity here, and everything serves a purpose, right? We can't even see the light unless there's darkness. And so what I've come to find in my own journey is that storms are so necessary, but they're uncomfortable. When no one likes to feel like out of control. That's why I made that video on surrender. And this is something that I have to remind myself of and embody, practice. Storms are happening intentionally, and they're happening for you. When we think about a storm and withstanding the storm, it's kind of like a tower moment in tarot. The tower moment is about things crashing down. You thought of something one way, and disruption comes, a storm comes, chaos, destruction, it destroys it, wipes it out. Destruction is the opposite of creation. So there's that polarity again, right? But the way it serves is that that needed to be washed away so that you can build anew, right? So it's an opportunity depending on how you look at it. For example, with your health, let's say someone got a horrible diagnosis, but that's necessary. In the moment, it might feel scary. Oh my gosh, what's happening? My health is, you know, or someone loses a job or something shifts in your life. A storm comes unexpectedly, but it's serving you because that's just showing that something has to change. With your health, if there's a diagnosis, that means there's something happening in your body that needs to change, it needs to shift so that you can get into better health. With your job, maybe there's something you don't see, there's a better opportunity for you, so maybe that job was taken away. The universe is alive and intelligent and so loving. And so although storms feel like chaos in the moment, we have to trust that they're serving our highest good, even when it doesn't feel like it. Even when we don't understand it, we can't make sense of it. We have to take the pressure off of ourselves to understand, why is this happening to me, right? That's the ego and the mind. We want to instead surrender to the storms and just know that life is gonna go up and down, up and down, up and down. There's nothing wrong with you, but it's about trying to achieve balance, right? This is something that I'm embracing in my life because I'm one of those people who's optimistic and always wants to be positive, which is gonna serve you in life. But the bad part is there is an opposite to that. And if I go down, I feel like, well, what's wrong with me? But something that I wanted to share is that there's nothing wrong with you. That is life. These storms come in, changes come in to shift you to where you need to be. A lot of times it's teaching you, it's preparing you, and so think about people who are super wise. They have compassion or empathy. Where do you think that came from? Or someone who's tapped into their power, into their magic. It didn't just magically appear. Storms came in their life and they learned how to withstand the storm and get through it. It's very interesting. You can't fight a storm, like you're gonna lose. And so resistance, or you trying to ignore it or numb it or pretend it's not happening, like trying to go around the storm or under it or over it, it's not gonna work. Like we have to go through it, and a lot of times it just takes stillness. It takes patience. It takes learning how to be calm in the midst of a storm. Something is going off in your life. It feels like that, but it's leading you. And so it really comes down to trust, like trusting the universe, trusting life, and trusting your own soul to guide you. I would encourage you to try to tap in, because a lot of times answers will appear when we're calm, not when we're feeling chaotic or in disarray, but when we can get to a peaceful place. And this takes strength, and it takes patience, it takes trust, it takes surrender. And so this is how you're gonna grow spiritually. This is how you're going to cultivate a deeper relationship with God, because you're like, I don't know what's happening, but I trust you, even though it can be hard. So storms are refining you, and they are leading you. They're moving you to where you need to be. Let's say it's in a relationship, and these can be extremely tough. And so it doesn't mean it's the end of a relationship. It may feel stormy in the moment, but it's signaling something has to change. It's signaling there's growth that needs to happen. Trust the universe. This is something I've been learning in my life. And guess what happens when you can get through the storm? I want to encourage you, because storms, they're going to pass. There's going to be a rainbow again. I read this recently where it's like clouds are temporary. They come and they go, but the sun is eternal even when you can't see it, right? And it's just so true. We're not going to always feel happy. We're not going to always know what's going on. We can only do so much. So this is about surrender. This is about trusting your journey, trusting your path, and being humble, letting life teach you what it's trying to teach you. We can't always be in control, and we have to build inner strength, right? Because another storm is inevitably going to come, and you get stronger, and you learn more, you become more powerful, you have more faith that's created, and you become better. When we learn how to withstand the storm, it's happening for our highest good, ironically. I just want you to know that everything is going to be okay. There will be relief. There will be light. You will get through it. You're loved, and you're supported, and you are held by the universe. This is about trust, and this is about hope, and this is about courage, and so what is life teaching you right now? What storm have you gone through? Or can you look back to something you've overcome in your life, How did it strengthen you? How did it teach you? And it's beautiful too, because I promise you that things are gonna get better. In my life, I've noticed, like, if I'm going through something, it lasts like 2-3 days tops. And there's purpose behind it, but you can't see it in the moment. You see it afterwards. And it can foster so much gratitude. you know, because afterward you're like, wow, you realize how much you are cared for by the universe. Like, you're being guided, your path is being led. And so the storm came to destroy intentionally so that something new can be birthed and a new path can be formed for you, something better, right? And so sometimes destruction, everything is needed. And that's how we learn from earth, we learn from nature. Like, rain comes, a storm comes, but then it's watering the flowers, new life emerges, right? Everything in nature serves a purpose. Everything in your life serves a purpose. It's not to harm you, it's to grow you and expand you so that you can level up, get better, learn and heal yourself, become more patient, become more resilient, become wiser, right? And so I hope that this video can encourage you in some way. Just trust and know that the storm is gonna pass. Trust and know that everybody goes through it in one way or another. Trust that life is happening for you, not to you, but that you have power. Respond to life has so much power, right? Because when we try to fight life back, it just causes more pain. But when we can surrender to what life is teaching us, what am I learning? How am I growing? How am I becoming stronger? You know, like, you are so powerful. You're so strong. You're so loved and you're so supported, but you can't see it. It's something you have to feel and tap into and just trust. But be gentle with yourself and be patient with yourself. Time is going to be on your side, right? You're never going to be given more than you can handle. And so the storm will pass, the sun's going to shine again. You're going to feel better. You're going to feel soothed. You're going to feel grateful afterward, I promise you. So I'm sending you so much love, so much power and healing on your journey. Take care of yourself. I'll see you in my next video.